So first off, I want to say, as always, this video is paid for by the blood of Christ. Now I want to tell y'all a story about an encounter I had the other night, and I'm telling y'all this out of obedience, because me myself, this is the kind of stuff that I normally do not like to share with people, because people don't believe you. But this kind of stuff happens all the time, and people preach it, and it's God's will. So I can't deny God of what He wants me to do, because there are times when we don't do what God tells us. When we don't do what God tells us to do, then sometimes He won't do nothing else for us, besides let us breathe until we do what He told us to do. Or sometimes, God may not respond to you or answer you until you do what God has told you to do. Or sometimes God will not bring you to a higher place until you do what He tells you to do. So that's where I'm at right now, is I'm trying to get to a higher place with God. So I'm just telling y'all all this because I want you to understand why I'm telling you this, why I'm giving you this video right now, because most of the time I see these type of videos and I'll listen to them, but I never want to do these type of videos because I know people don't believe you, you know what I'm saying? But that's me. God looks at things. God don't look at things the way humans look at things, That's what happened with King David, It's what I'm telling you is biblical. Even earlier, what I said about how sometimes God won't do what you want Him to do if you don't do what He asks you to do. That's in the book of 1 Samuel, dealing with Saul. So what I'm here to say tonight is, and it is nighttime, that's why my video quality is so poor, because I'm in my vehicle and it's dark outside, and so that's what's going on. But this is what happened to me the other night. The other night I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I was wide awake, and I didn't know why. So I went back to sleep, and when I went back to sleep, I woke up the next morning and I realized that God had woke me up in the middle of the night. I got people who tell me that God will wake them up at around 3 o'clock in the morning to pray. And I'm going to tell you why. Because one thing we know about the Bible, one thing we know from biblical, is that the devil loves to copy God. He loves to do things that God does. So the Bible says that somewhere around 3 o'clock is the hour of prayer, somewhere around that time. So it's known amongst the Christian community, the believer community, that around 3 o'clock in the morning is when there's a lot of conjuring and a lot of devil worshiping and devil praying and all that stuff. So a lot of Christians pray purposely at 3 o'clock in the morning to battle, for spiritual warfare. But God woke me up at 3 in the morning. I went back to sleep. So the next morning I realized that God had to wake me up, because I don't never just wake up in the middle of the night wide awake. I have sleep apnea. So, I'm usually always tired all the time. Even when I use my machine, I use my machine every night, but if I wake up in the middle of the night, basically my sleep is important to me. I need every bit of sleep I can get because I have sleep apnea. So I don't never wake up just wide awake. So the next day I asked God to do it again. I asked Him, to do it again, because I realized it was Him. Like I said, I got people that tell me all the time God wakes me up at 3 o'clock to pray. So I asked Him the next day to do it again. And sure enough, that night, the next night, that same night I went to sleep that night, He woke me up again. So 2 nights in a row, He woke me up at 3 a.m. in the morning. So I woke up again at 3 a.m. I was wide awake again. So I started praying. I started talking to God. Closed my eyes, sat there on my couch. I'm sleeping on my couch right now because I have a three bedroom house. My kids, I have 6 kids, so it's 2 to each bedroom. And right now we're getting a room. We're in the process of getting an extra room built on to our house. So I've been sleeping on the couch. So I woke up. I'm on the couch. I'm asleep. My wife not too far from me. She on the other couch sleep. So I'm sitting there wide awake, and I'm talking to God. I'm praying, and then I hear something. And listen to what I'm telling y'all. And if you don't believe me, that's up to you. But I clearly hear, like in the natural, I hear footsteps. I hear somebody walking through my kitchen, coming to my living room, and coming right up to the couch where I'm at. This is real talk, what I'm telling you. I literally hear somebody. And in my mind, I'm praying to God. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking it's one of my children because I can hear this. So I hear somebody come, and I feel them come right up to my ear, right inside of my ear. And all I hear is tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. And I don't hear the literal words tick-tock. I mean, like I hear it clicking, like tick, 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 like, like a clock. I hear like a clock winding down. So it was so loud, it was so natural, it was so real that like I said, I really just felt like it was one of my children coming downstairs or coming out of the kitchen and coming into the living room where I was. So when they got right in my ear, I opened my eyes up. And when I opened my eyes up, I saw nobody was there. And I'm going to tell you, it was not a feeling of fear. It was startling, but I felt no fear at all. It was I can't describe it, but I was not afraid. But like I said, it startled me, but I wasn't afraid. It wasn't fear. So I immediately closed my eyes, and I'm telling God, like, God, look, I'm not used to this. I'm not, visions, yeah, but encounters, no, I'm not used to this. So, bear with me, God. Keep doing whatever you're trying to do, whatever, And so I closed my eyes for a few more minutes, and the next thing I know, I'm asleep. I'm wake up the next morning. So all I wanted to tell y'all was that I know from this vision, from this experience, from this situation that I had, I know that God is trying to tell us that the time is winding down. I don't know who is supposed to see this. I don't know who this message is meant for, but I can tell you from firsthand experience, I haven't seen the wars, the other prophetic things that other Christians claim they have seen, that they feel like God has revealed to them about things that's going to happen. I can't tell you none of that. All I can tell you is that I know for a fact that God has let me know that the time is close. The time is close. Now, I'm going to tell you this. The Bible says that the Antichrist, the son of perdition, the son of destruction, it says that Jesus will not come back until the son of perdition has made himself known. It says that Jesus is not going to come back until the Antichrist sits on the throne in the temple. In the temple that's in Israel, that Jerusalem, wherever that temple at, the Antichrist is going to sit on that throne and proclaim himself as king. This is going to happen for the whole world to see. So when this happens, nobody's going to be able to deny that. I mean, people are still going to deny Jesus at this time, but I mean, if you deny him at this point, you got to be a fool, because the Bible say what's going to happen. So he's going to sit on that throne the throne of the temple and claim himself king. It says Jesus is not going to come back before this. This is in the book of Thessalonians. Daniel talks in the book of Daniel. He calls it the abomination of desolation. But the Bible says Jesus is not going to come back until this happens. But the Bible also says that the time of tribulation will be shortened. It said that if it was not shortened, that none of us will make it. But it says for the elect's sake, that time is going to be shortened. So we don't know when he's coming back. We don't know when he's coming back. All I can tell y'all is stay in his presence. Stay in his presence and stay watchful. I love y'all. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. Believe it or not, God bless you.